Information overload. Do you really need to know? Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to another edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim, which is actually a great big lie because I already let the chickens out and now I'm walking up pretending like I'm letting the chickens out. So it's actually not letting the chickens out with Jim, it's going and checking on the chickens with Jim. But anyway, I digress. So it's interesting, we get these in the help desk every once in a while. And I've been doing this now for 22 years. And you can pretty much tell the people who are going to get stuff done and the people who are not going to get stuff done by the questions they ask in the help desk. What do I mean? Well, we got one in where the person isn't even asking the questions for themselves, but they send their assistant to ask these questions. And the questions, this one ticket had, if I'm lying, I'm dying, had like 25 questions in it. And it felt more like they were trying to have us create a mini master class for them. But we answered the questions, but I told Nancy, they're not going to do anything. And that's always what happens. The people who come in and ask a ton of questions never do anything. And the reason for that in my mind is because they get so overloaded with information that they get paralyzed because they are looking at the entire process the entire time, and so they never get anything done. But the people who come in and say, okay, this is where I am and I need to know how to do this next thing. What do I do? Where do I go? What script do I use? What wizard do I use? What software do I use? And then they go do it, and then they come back and say, okay, I did this. What's the next step? Or I know what the next step is. This is what I'm trying to get done. What do I need to do it? Those are the people who always finish. It's a case of just really to get it done. Don't worry about the big picture. Just know exactly where you want to end up, no matter what it is. I mean, this could be creating funnels, websites, a blog, a podcast, anything. Know what you want to have as the end result, and then focus on the next step that you need to take. And don't worry about it. And I know I've heard the arguments, well, you know, Jim, I need to know everything that I need to do just so I'm prepared. No, you don't. You're looking for an excuse not to do it. That's it. You're looking for an excuse as to why it's too hard, why you can't do it, or why you need to do something else. Don't worry about every stop you're going to need to make along the way. It's funny, I remember my mom and dad having an argument in the car when I was a little kid. We were driving to Florida, and my dad said, my mom's like asking questions. My dad said, look, I can get you 99% of the way there because I know which direction to go and which main highway to be on. And when we get within 5 miles, then we'll worry about exactly which street to take. And I actually thought that was a pretty decent argument. So I'm telling you the same thing. For most of the things you're going to need to do, especially in online business, you pretty much, if you know where you want to end up, you can get yourself 95% of the way there just on common sense and basic questions and some basic education. The last 5% is when you start asking the real specific minutia questions. But the great thing is by then you have 95% of your momentum built up. So anyway, I know this wasn't the greatest video and wasn't the most succinct, but I just wanted to kind of get that out there. I've heard people call it just-in-time learning. I've called it the 100 yard. I've heard it called the 100 yards of fog. You can drive all the way across the country in complete fog as long as you can see 100 yards in front of you. You don't need to see all the way to the coast. Whatever way you want to look at it, whatever metaphor you want to use, I would just say that be very wary of, and I have to tell this to myself too often. I mean, I'm working on the book funnel for copywriting secrets this week as far as getting all the sales copy and stuff done for that. And I get kind of overloaded sometimes, but when I reminded myself, hey, I just got to do the intro, and then I need to get together the testimonials, and then I need to get together the story, and I need to have the bullets, all of a sudden everything's like, yep, I can get that done. So anyway, be careful not to overload yourself. Be careful of asking too many questions, and just take action. So the call to action for today's video is make sure that you're a member of the Sales Copywriting and Content Marketing Hacks group. Also, make sure that if you're not already, you need to be subscribed to the podcast. You need to go to thejimedwardsmethod.com/podcast, and you need to subscribe to my podcast. It's amazing. We've got like 34 episodes up there, and it's as good as what other people are charging for. So you definitely want to check out the podcast. Make sure you join the group. I'm Jim Edwards. You have a great day. I'm going to go run since they've had their snacks, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.